the title match at the Royal Rumble a fatal four-way.
What just happened in WWE has left fans absolutely stunned. Sami Zayn, the same Sami Zayn who once pledged his loyalty to the Bloodline, has done the unthinkable. In a shocking, jaw-dropping moment witnessed by millions live, Sami betrayed Roman Reigns, striking the tribal chief with a brutal chair shot that echoed through the arena. But it wasn't just the attack that shocked everyone. It was the revelation that Sami has now aligned himself with none other than Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker. This betrayal isn't just a twist. It's a seismic shift that could change WWE forever. WWE Shockwaves. Sami Zayn's unthinkable betrayal stuns the wrestling world. What just happened in WWE has sent shockwaves that reverberate far beyond the squared circle. Sami Zayn, the same fiery underdog who once swore unshakable loyalty to the Bloodline, has shattered every expectation and trust with a betrayal so breathtaking it stopped fans and wrestlers alike in their tracks. On a night charged with tension and electric anticipation, Sami Zayn turned his back on Roman Reigns, not with words, but with a chair shot that echoed through the arena like a thunderclap. The live crowd gasped in unison. Millions watching from their homes watched in stunned silence, disbelief rippling through social media and wrestling forums worldwide. Sami Zayn didn't just betray Roman Reigns. He made a statement that will be etched into WWE history. Aligning himself with none other than Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker, Sami has positioned himself at the heart of what may become the fiercest rebellion WWE has ever witnessed. The Tribal Chief's legacy. Roman Reigns under siege. Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, has been WWE's unchallenged alpha for over 4 years. His reign has been marked by dominance, ruthlessness, and a cold, calculating strategy that has crushed opponents and turned allies into weapons or casualties. But Roman's journey has never been without betrayal. He has faced backstabs and heartbreaks from some of the most iconic WWE names. Seth Rollins famously shattered the Shield with a steel chair to Roman's back, while the twin Usos' emotional family drama has played out under the spotlight. Even the recent defection of Paul Heyman, Roman's longtime advocate and mouthpiece, left a gaping wound in his empire. Yet Roman always rose from the ashes, stronger, more dangerous, and more determined to hold on to his throne. But this betrayal by Sami Zayn might cut deeper than any before. Rewinding the story. From bloodline loyalty to brutal betrayal. Many believed the saga between Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn had reached closure when Sami bravely stepped out from under the Bloodline's shadow. Their emotional title match in Montreal, Sami's hometown, was a raw, heartfelt encounter that seemed to symbolize a definitive break. The crowd roared with appreciation, and many thought Sami had truly moved on. Roman seemed to accept that chapter was closed. But beneath the surface, something was simmering. The truth erupted during a high-stakes match that had the feel of a gladiatorial showdown. Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker appeared cornered, their backs against the wall as Roman Reigns and his bloodline entourage loomed. The crowd was on its feet, sensing history in the making. Then chaos. The betrayal unfolds. Chair shot heard. Around the WWE universe. Out of nowhere, Sami Zayn stormed into the ring, his expression unreadable but charged with tension. For a moment, hope flickered in the arena. The crowd thought maybe, just maybe, the prodigal son had returned to the Bloodline's fold. The cheers swelled, confusion and excitement mingling like electricity in the air. But within seconds, the atmosphere shifted from jubilation to stunned silence. Sami raised a steel chair, a heartbeat frozen in time. Then bam! The chair slammed down onto Roman Reigns' back with a thunderous crack, mirroring the infamous betrayal Seth Rollins once delivered years ago that shattered the Shield. Roman's face twisted in shock and pain as he crumpled to the mat, the betrayal cutting deep in front of a live, gasping audience. The arena exploded in a frenzy of cheers and shock. Fans were in disbelief as Sami dropped the weapon and stood tall alongside Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker. This wasn't just an act of violence. It was a symbolic coup, a declaration that the reign of the tribal chief was under assault like never before. The psychology of betrayal. Why did Sami turn his back? This stunning act begs the question, why? What led Sami Zayn, after all he had been through, to turn on Roman Reigns once more? Some wrestling insiders argue it was inevitable. Sami never fully forgave Roman for the months of psychological warfare, manipulation, and humiliation he endured as a pawn in the Bloodline's game. Though loyal, Sami was often doubted and belittled, treated like disposable property rather than a true member of the family. The scars left behind were deeper than the audience realized. For many fans, the heartbreak seemed behind him, but for Sami, perhaps the wounds festered, turning into a cold, burning desire for vengeance. Signs in the shadows. Clues. Leading to the coup. Others believe this betrayal was a masterstroke planned well in advance. Recent episodes of Monday Night Raw held subtle hints, furtive backstage glances, whispered conversations caught just out of earshot, and unusual alliances forming behind the scenes. One moment stood out. Seth Rollins, known as the Architect of Chaos, was filmed in a shadowy corridor speaking quietly with Bron Breakker. The camera didn't catch the full exchange, but their tense body language spoke volumes. Rollins was orchestrating something big. He's a veteran strategist who plays the long game, and this was the setup for a coup against Roman Reigns' reign. All that was missing was one key player, Sami Zayn. The new alliance, Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, and Sami Zayn. This newly formed alliance is more than a temporary truce. Seth Rollins brings seasoned cunning, years of experience bending chaos to his will. Bron Breakker, a powerhouse rising with raw aggression and youthful fire, provides unstoppable brute force. Sami Zayn adds emotional unpredictability and a thirst for revenge that makes this faction volatile and dangerous. Together, they are a perfect storm ready to dismantle the Bloodline's grip on WWE. The fall of an empire. Roman Reigns on the defensive. Roman Reigns, once a seemingly invincible force, now faces enemies on every front. His closest allies are fractured. Paul Heyman's departure left a void. The Usos are divided and at odds. And now, Sami Zayn stands across the ring wielding a steel chair, a symbol of rebellion. Roman isn't just defending his championship titles anymore. He's fighting for the survival of his legacy. Backstage, WWE superstars are buzzing. Some pledge loyalty to the tribal chief, shocked and angered by the betrayal. Others quietly applaud Sami's boldness, calling it poetic justice. The WWE universe is split, with fans divided between shock, outrage, and exhilaration. What's next? SummerSlam and beyond. With SummerSlam around the corner, the stakes couldn't be higher. The brewing war between Roman Reigns and this new faction promises to be the centerpiece of WWE's biggest summer event yet. Rumors swirl of a blockbuster six-man tag match that could see Roman fighting for his very survival against Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, and Sami Zayn. But Roman won't be left entirely alone. The question is, who will answer the tribal chief's call for allies? Whispers of surprise returns abound. Could Randy Orton, AJ Styles, or even John Cena step up to even the odds and restore some balance? Other storylines. Heating up, John Cena, Gunther, and Goldberg. The chaos in Roman's world is just one part of a rapidly expanding WWE universe. John Cena, the undisputed champion, has boldly declared his intent to retire while still holding the title, a promise that could be tested in the coming months. Rumors suggest that his reign might soon be challenged by a shocking opponent, possibly a returning megastar, a rising NXT star, or even one of the new faction members like Seth Rollins or Bron Breakker. Meanwhile, fans are buzzing about a possible showdown between Gunther and Goldberg. Goldberg's rumored retirement match is slated for 2025, and WWE insiders say Gunther is the frontrunner to be his final adversary. Should Gunther become involved in the current power struggle, the entire WWE landscape could be shaken even further. Join the conversation. What's your take? The WWE Universe is buzzing with questions after Sami Zayn's shocking betrayal. Was he justified in turning his back on Roman Reigns? Or has he made a career-ending mistake? Is this finally the reckoning the Tribal Chief deserves after years of dominance? Or is Sami crossing a line that will cost him dearly? Now is the time for fans to weigh in. Drop your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments below. As the bloodline crumbles and a fierce new rivalry ignites, we'll be right here, watching every twist and turn on Raw, SmackDown, and all premium live events. This war is far from over, and the WWE landscape is about to be rewritten. Stay tuned and stay locked on WWE Discuss.